Hello, greetings from Man Mound, just east of Baraboo, Wisconsin, on a chilly October day. So this is Man Mound, at least from the side. It's a little hard to see from this angle. This was built by the indigenous people of the area that is now southern Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, and Minnesota between about 750 and 1200 AD. These are burial sites. They are sacred sites to the Native Americans. So going on the mound itself is prohibited, and rightly so. So here's a different angle, looking at him from about the knees. You can actually see his arm here and his torso, and this is one leg and the other leg. And although this was built almost 1,200 years ago by the inhabitants of the area, it was forgotten about after they left, and the newer tribes that moved into the area, the Sauk and Fox and others, knew about them but did not build effigy mounds themselves. It was discovered by Europeans in the 1850s, who proceeded to catalog and describe the various mounds they came across, and then in most cases plow them under for agriculture. So most of the thousands of mounds that existed are now long gone. This guy mostly escaped the fate. However, they decided to chop his legs off right in the middle so they could build the road you see before you, which they then, in some sort of a sick joke, decided to name Man Mound Road. So they broke his legs and named the road after him. You can still see his feet down here on the other side of the road, facing to the west. At least the feet are protected by a fence now. Unfortunately, the cruel joke that they made here with Man Mound Road, which I would like to point out, they could have made this road go in any place they wanted to. They decided that it should go straight through this, and was far too important to bend slightly around an ancient artifact. So much of the ancient history of this nation has been lost because the settlers who came here were completely Eurocentric and did not care, to be frank, about any of the native culture that existed in their new home. So a lot of us grew up hearing about American history going back 200 or 300 years, maybe 400 or 500 if you include the Spanish, and never hearing, except in brief passing, about the history of our country that went back thousands of years. Thankfully, that is changing now, a lot more since the days I was in school, and I think kids are learning a lot more about these things, and people are putting effort into protecting it. This place was declared a National Historic Landmark about 20 years ago, which means that the mound itself is protected, and the state and local governments are working to regrow native grasses on top of it, and also protecting the trees and things that are in the area. So it will be here for future generations to learn and appreciate. Maybe one day they will even repair this poor man's legs. I would love to see that. If you want to pause your video, take a look at this sign. It has some really interesting information about the details. 48 feet across, 214 feet long, 3 feet high. They do have some nice benches here for you to sit and relax and look at Man Mound. They even have a picture of Man Mound right on the bench, so you can see what he looks like from the top. I will make sure to put in a satellite image so you can see what he looks like here right at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I will try to get back into some kind of a regular schedule. I have no idea what going forward. But thanks for coming with me on Travels, and hope to hear from you guys. Thanks.